Common problems that can affect your voice. At puberty, guys' hearts begin producing a lot of the hormone testosterone, pronounced ties-TOSS-tuh-one, which makes changes in some parts of the body, including the voice. For starters, a guy's larynx, pronounced larynx, also known as the voice box, grows bigger. The larynx, which is stayed in the neck at the top of the trachea, declared trachea, or windpipe, is like a round tube about 2 inches, 5 centimeters, high. The larynx is responsible for producing the sound of your voice. Stretched across your larynx are 2 flesh, your vocal cords, which are like rubber bands. When you breathe, your vocal cords rest against the walls of the larynx and completely open to provide air to get in also out of your lungs. When you speak, though, your vocal cords close concurrently by extending over the larynx. Air from your lungs does then force out within your vocal cords, causing them to sound and produce the sound of your voice. When you reduce your voice, your vocal cords are relaxed and more floppy. When you perform your voice higher, your vocal cords tighten. You can notice this variation in how they feel as you improve your speech. As your larynx grows, your vocal cords become longer and thicker. Also, your facial bones start to grow. Cavities within the sinuses, the nose, and the end of the throat grow bigger, creating more space in the face that delivers your sound more room to echo. All of these parts cause your voice to get low. Think of a guitar. If a thin string remains plucked, it vibrates and produces a high-sounding tone. When a thicker line does plucked, it sounds much lower when it vibrates. That's kind of what issues to your voice. Before your maturity spurt, your larynx is relatively small, and your vocal cords are relatively thin. So your voice is important and kid-like. Just as bones, cartilage, and vocal cords start, your voice begins to sound like an adult's. Along with all the other differences in your body, you might notice that your throat section looks a little different. For guys, when the larynx grows larger, it tilts to a different point inside the neck. Part of it holds out in the part of the neck at the front of the throat and forms Adam's apple. For girls, the larynx grows bigger but not as much as a guy's. That's why girls don't have Adam's apples.